So it happened. I recently did a video after Spotify's announcement that they would be sometime later this year releasing a hi-fi or lossless version of their service, probably for extra cost. And at that time I said that there were a number of reasons that that was good for everybody, good for all of us listeners who care about audio quality. The reason being is, a big player like Spotify stepping in and saying, we're going to offer lossless, guess what happens? With them and Amazon already offering or announcing that they will be offering lossless, high quality, at least CD quality streaming, you know that the other majors had to sit back and saw that and went, geez, we're going to have to get into this game too. So we're not one-upped by the competition. So this week, Apple announced that their Apple Music service would start having a library of lossless, high-quality audio versions of some of their catalog, which would grow over time. The interesting thing about the way Apple is attacking this is they've said that there's not going to be an extra charge. So if you're an Apple Music subscriber, you're going to have access to those lossless, high-quality audio streaming files for no extra charge. I mean, it's a win-win. So it's great to see this, as the big players are involved. And we've still got, some of the originals like Qobuz and Tidal in there. Hopefully that there's going to be a place for everybody in this in the streaming music market. I suspect at some point we're going to see some of them disappear, unfortunately, as the big players start taking over those, areas where these smaller streaming services were originally the only ones supplying that high-res content. But I want to bring up again this point of, the problematic thing about streaming with or for the musicians themselves, the bands, the artists. And I don't know if everybody realizes that right now, most of the streaming dollars goes, to those most popular artists and the most listened to downloads. And you may say, well, that makes perfect sense. But it isn't really a click or a royalty per click going to any band. What happens is that those big most popular artists suck up all of the available funds from, that a streaming service is going to pay in terms of royalties, and it leaves nothing for the smaller groups. So even though you may have, you're a band that's got a loyal following of 10 or 15,000 subscribers, and they listen constantly to all of the tracks in your catalog, you might not see, anything other than, fractions of a penny for that content. So we really need a, click, a royalty per click, no matter whether or not, you're having, 10 million people streaming your content every month or every day, or whether it's just 10,000. I mean, we need to level that playing field. Otherwise, musicians are going to find something else to do. They may do it as a hobby or whatever, but I mean, they can't make a livelihood from this. And as physical media goes away, this is going to be the predominant way. That and live shows, which are not possible right now in most parts of the world. So again, this is I think a great thing. Apple Music getting into the lossless and the higher quality streaming game. One thing though that's still an unknown and is a little bit interesting is that many of Apple's own audio devices, including their expensive AirPods that were just released recently, will not be able to play this lossless content. So we're going to have to see how all of that shakes out. How they're, whether it's going to be deployable over AirPlay to external devices and all of those things. So it's going to be interesting to watch, but like I said, overall it's a great thing for us music fans who care about quality, because it just goes to show that one big player puts their foot in the ring and everybody else is going to follow. So that's great. Thanks a lot as usual for watching, and I'd love to hear any of your comments.